Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to talk a little bit deeper, digging a little bit deeper into white grapefruit. Last week I did an overview on I just lost my words. I think it was earlier. I think last week we did love oils. At any rate, we did an overview of the January promotions. We talked about the fact that white grapefruit is the product of the month. So if you did your LRP order, so your auto ship or LRP order by yesterday, because today's the 16th. So by yesterday, then you got a 5 ml of white grapefruit free. Now, white grapefruit used to be the grapefruit we had. Then they released pink grapefruit, and that's the grapefruit we have. They have very similar properties and benefits. I just want to go into, it's a little bit more tart in the white grapefruit, but I want to go into more detail on exactly what I had a couple questions about white grapefruit. Hold on. So this is when I went to, this is when we talked about the promotions for the month, right? And some of these benefits of grapefruit, these are going to be the same for white and pink grapefruit. They really do share a lot of the same compounds. So let me go pull up this other screen. I was going to do a slideshow and I decided instead I wanted to show you how to get to these places if you need. So let's open this. Let's go to share screen. Sorry, I had closed my Google Chrome, so it wasn't popping up as an option. Okay, here we go. So we talked 1 week about love oils. And in love oils, let me back out of here so you can see where I was first. There is not a specific tab for grapefruit. So this one you would kind of have to know, but I knew that it was beneficial for a couple of things. One, women's health, and two, weight loss. Actually, weight balance. So it's going to be weight management. So I went down here first to women's health and hormones, didn't see it there, but when I clicked on weight management, grapefruit popped up right there. Now, grapefruit is an interesting one because it can be helpful to someone who's not eating enough, who's lacking hunger, and it can also be super helpful to someone who needs to control their hunger a little bit. Maybe you're just like starving all the time. So grapefruit is balancing like all of the oils. You've got, obviously this will be updated to Meta Power, but this is the Slim and Sassy that they redid, some tips, obviously, but you'll recognize here that it is in Meta Power, okay? So if you're able to find it here, they also had this wrap you could make. They had this information for this wrap that you can do. It's actually really cool. Absorbs through the skin. Make sure, it's a citrus oil. So make sure you're being aware of sunshine when you're doing that. Okay, now let me see. That's Marketplace. Let me see if I can find, well, it doesn't matter. Let's just go to doterra.com. I want to show you how to find information on grapefruit. Actually, you know what I did? Let me go back to here. Last night I Googled white grapefruit essential oil benefits. That's what I did right here. And this is what came up. And so it says, some people use grapefruit to help with hangovers, headaches, fatigue, depression. It's a great detox, you guys, and a gentle one. So you've got the 5 ml, but I scrolled down on this page to find doTERRA specific information. And so I found the spotlight on white grapefruit uses and benefits from the blog, but this is all on, this is the Canadian website. Hold on, let's see. Interestingly enough, in Canada, sometimes they can say more things than we can in the US. So, in fact, one of the questions that was asked of me is why, when doTERRA posted about white grapefruit, did they have capsules, empty veggie caps in the picture? And I said, that's probably for all the internal benefits. The grapefruit essential, it's high in limonene. This unique grapefruit variety is known for its cleansing properties. It is beneficial to both skin and hair and its additional oral cleansing benefits. So it's fantastic. Let me see what it says. Though its aroma is not quite as sweet as its pink grapefruit cousin, it shares the key chemistry and benefits of our pink grapefruit essential oil. Okay, so you can make an essential oil cleaning spray, all sorts of things. This is not the page I went to. Let me go back. It must have been that first one, Discover Solutions. This is where I went. Okay, so you can Google, and if you include doTERRA in your search, oftentimes they'll come up, but sometimes even without including doTERRA, that keyword in your search, you'll still find the doTERRA info. Obviously it says here limited time offer item unavailable for purchase. Fine. There's a little video on behind the bottle. This has to do with sourcing, a lot of times co-impact sourcing, but definitely the growers and harvesters on the other side of the bottle. We are the consumers, they're the growers. It's really a cool synergistic relationship we have. I love these images by doTERRA Science right here, where it talks about what it takes to make a bottle. The reason it's called white grapefruit is because of the peel. And white grapefruit is extracted from the peel. So remember, citrus oils come from the peel, not from the juice. Definitely different compounds. It's cold pressed from the peel of the fruit. You know, when you squeeze the peel or the rind and a little bit of stuff squirts out, that's the essential oil. So they do that. Let me see. White is thought to be the original color of grapefruit and red a natural mutation. The main chemical constituents associated benefits of white grapefruit are limonene. I mean, it is like straight limonene. Look at that. So if you've ever been in a class or seen a presentation where we show that lemon will eat through styrofoam, you should try grapefruit. It's even faster. So it is quick. It just breaks down those toxins, those petrochemicals, very, very, very fast. There are 125 plus published studies on D-limonene, the main chemical constituent of white grapefruit. So that's going to be through like PubMed and other places where they publish those. Published is important. And these are the oils it works well with: Douglas fir, vetiver, wild orange, green mandarin, and neroli. So obviously there will be more, but these will be some fun ones that you can try. Okay, usage tips for a DIY room or bathroom freshening spray. Put several drops of white grapefruit, bergamot, lavender, and your favorite fir oil. So see how Douglas fir popped up there? You can put any fir oil in there into a spray bottle with water, and you've got a great room spray. Add one to, you guys, these are super popular right now, room sprays for freshening the smell in the room. And when I'm gifting gifts, I love to give a room spray. You can use a glass bottle, or you can use the like an aluminum bottle. It's just really trendy and really cute, but anything works to have a room spray or a bathroom freshening spray. And you really just need to put a pinch of Epsom salts or a little bit of witch hazel or vodka in the bottom, just a tiny bit, just to help the oils emulsify. Then add the oils to that, and then add your distilled water if you can find it. It's a fun fact. It's very difficult to find distilled water these days. Anyway, it's a plastic shortage, not the water problem, in case you're wondering. Add 1 to 3 drops of white grapefruit to water, lemonade, or tea for a twist in flavor and digestive benefits. Hold on, let me make my screen a little bit bigger. That didn't work. Hold on. There we go. Add a few drops of white grapefruit include white grapefruit in your skincare routine by adding it to your favorite exfoliator or scrub. I make sugar scrub every year. I love to use solid coconut oil and whip it up like I would for cookies. So I let it soften a bit, add the sugar to it till it's a really good consistency. And that's my new favorite is that combination for a sugar scrub. And I love grapefruit in mine. Grapefruit and peppermint, my favorite. But you could also do a fir. Fir oils are so good for the skin. So you can do the grapefruit with the fir oil. That actually is a fun combo. I think I might have done that last year. or the year before for friends. Add a few drops of white grapefruit to shampoo for added cleansing properties and a light sweet scent. Diffuse white grapefruit with Douglas fir for a refreshing, energizing, balancing atmosphere. Remember, those fir oils are grounding. The citrus oils are uplifting. So you get that grounding and uplifting atmosphere, which is really balancing. Went too far. Okay, what's it used for? It can be used aromatically, topically, and internally. Let me show you where else you can find that in just a second. You can diffuse it in the morning. Lots of ways to do it to give you energy. Put it in diffuser jewelry. We know that. The reason that most of our household cleaners smell like citrus fruits is because citrus fruits are phenomenal for cleaning. So grapefruit, lemon, orange, lime, all of those, they're great for cleansing. A lot of times they use that smell because we associate that with clean. But if you use the actual essential oils, you can be using those products to clean with, right? Those oils, those scents, the aromatic compounds. Whatever these aromatic compounds do for the plant, they also do for us. So whether it's warding off pests, whether it's fighting off disease, all these things that have been going on and working for the plant for several years, I mean, probably several hundreds, maybe thousands of years, that's what it'll do for us. So we've got these cleansing properties, especially when it comes to citrus. What I want to get to is right here is it safe to drink grapefruit essential oil? It's to take it internally. It promotes gastrointestinal health and digestion, also helps support a healthy metabolism. That's why you found it in Slim and Sassy, and then now in the MetaPower. Add a few drops of grapefruit oil to your water and enjoy the accompanying flavor, or try adding it to a smoothie. You can also simply put a couple of drops under the tongue or take it in a veggie cap. So that's where we're getting the veggie cap image. Is it's super beneficial to take in a veggie cap. Is it good for the skin? Yes. Add it to your facial cleanser. Just one drop. You don't need a lot. Include it as an evening skincare routine. It will help reduce the appearance of blemishes and encourage a healthy looking complexion. It is photosensitive, so avoid UV rays, so the sun, for 12 hours after applying it topically. So if you're using it internally, you don't have to worry about that. It's just when you're using it topically. So just be aware of that. So if you use it in the evening and then it's 12 hours before you go out in the sun, then you're good to go. That's why they recommend evening skincare routine. Over here to the right, sorry, I meant to turn this off. Over to the right, you'll see that it has podcast, Sleeping Soundly and White Grapefruit. It's a 13-minute podcast. Not bad at all. You can listen to this wherever you listen to podcasts. You can grab it here on this website. You can listen to it on Apple Podcasts, whatever you want. Now, I want to show you this product info page. This is one of the pages I send to anyone who will text me or email me and ask me for the benefits of a specific product. Every product has a product info page. Another way to get to this product info page is to search doTERRA white grapefruit, if I can type, PIP. See if it works. Right there, pips. So we got to the same page. So you can see that in both tabs. Okay, so, and if you ever forget that, just message me and ask me. But this is where you'll find out the value, especially when it's not one that you purchased, but you got as part of a promotion. This one happens to be the product of the month. So we received it free when we did that purchase. So there is value there. And this is just a condensed, consolidated, quick, overview of the benefits and how to use it. Aroma may help in digestive process when taken internally, known for its skin and dental cleansing properties. By the way, citrus oils, not juice, but the citrus oils actually raise the pH and are protective of your teeth, whereas the citrus juice lowers pH and can not be so great for your teeth. That acidic environment is perfect for decay and cavities. So that's one reason that somebody might want to drink the oil. This is also why a lot of times when you have the wedge, you have the juice and the rind in there. You might get a little bit of both, but to cold press the oil out of it takes a lot of pressure. So add a little bit of the oil to your toothbrush, to your lemonade, to your limeade, to your whatever, right? Citrus aid that you're drinking, and help balance that out a little bit. So, or do it right after. Let's say you have lemonade and now you want to bring the pH back up in your mouth to protect your teeth. Put a drop of grapefruit in your water and drink it, or put it in some water and swish it around in your mouth and help combat that so that you can help protect your teeth. The juices are really helpful to the digestive process, so are the oils. But if you're using citrus juices to help with a lot of things, you might as well then also use the things that will help combat some of the negative effects that they can have. So goes over some of the stuff we've already said here. Diffuse through your home, add a drop to facial cleanser, shampoos, or toothpaste for added cleansing properties. Okay, so many options. Now I want to show you one more place I like to look, because right now this is a reality. Hopefully you can still see all of this. This is my hope. Somebody who's on here, tell me if you cannot see. I'm going to Facebook right now. Oops, I did the wrong thing there. There we go. Going to Facebook, you guys can see all my history, but I want to go to TEM. It's TEM community. So right here, I'm going to the Essential Midwife community. My daughter and my daughter-in-law are both pregnant. I've shared this before. The Essential Midwife is my guru when it comes to essential oils and pregnancy and breastfeeding. So when I have a question about if something is safe for pregnancy or breastfeeding, I go here. The other thing that she shares is sometimes balancing. You can see I look celery seed oil up. For balancing hormones, she'll share a lot of stuff because a lot of times people are coming to her for fertility help. So we're going to look up grapefruit. This will bring up all the posts. You can adjust these filtered by post you've seen, most recent, or who it's posted by. I actually want only by my friends. I am friends with Stephanie Fritz. Oh, she didn't post about it in here. She has posted before. So somewhere in these comments must have been a comment about grapefruit. I was kind of hoping to find more. I know that grapefruit, oh, here we go. Somebody else posted about it. Grapefruit and progesterone. In Stephanie's amazing book. If you don't have it, you guys, you can order it on ebook. It's amazing. If you got on the webinar, she offered a code to download it cheaper. So I've bought this several times to gift to people. It's amazing, this book, for overall health, because quite frankly, being fertile means that you have everything balanced, right? So it's not just for fertility, it's for life. So her fertility protocol includes grapefruit oil internally to support progesterone. I know it's hard to study the oils, but I'd love to know the specific mechanics of this. So she mentions in there, let me see who all commented. Sometimes Stephanie Fritz herself will comment. Okay. It helps protect our production of progesterone, that much I know. And she oftentimes recommends 15 drops of grapefruit in a capsule daily. Oh, it prevents cortisol from blocking the production of progesterone. So it's protective of it. Dang it, I was hoping she would have said that somewhere in here, but this is where I will look. And like that's a picture from her book. The other place you can check is Instagram. She shares a lot on Instagram. We'll see if I can do this. I'm not great with Instagram on the computer, but let's see what comes up. We're going to go to search. We're going to search. You guys are going to see all of my stuff. Let's go to the Essential Midwife. There she is. And you can kind of scroll through here and see what she has said. Also, you can ask her questions, but she will share. various things like, is MetaPower safe while in pregnancy and nursing, right? So many questions, but she has so many posts, and it may take you a long time to search through this, but you can find it. She also, I believe, has a blog. So if you don't want to scroll through Instagram, you don't want to scroll through Facebook, then you can just try searching the if I can spell, essential midwife and grapefruit oil. So, and this is her blog and everything. It didn't take me directly to grapefruit oil, but you can always search at the top, see if you can find any info specifically on grapefruit. There you go. Even back in 2016, she was talking about diffuser recipes, but I'll scroll through MetaPower because it has grapefruit fertility. Anyway, methods of using oils, so many things. This is the one I was kind of talking about because it helps balance your hormones. So you can read through these whole things. And this is beneficial. She doesn't just share for women. She also will share for men. Oftentimes, one of the things that she's sharing about is getting rid of candida in the body. That's one of the things that can interfere with fertility and all sorts of things. So she will share, I mean, PCOS, that's not a pregnancy necessarily thing, not pregnancy specific. That's overall, it can affect fertility, but interesting that she will share all of these things to help. I'm trying to find where she specifically mentions grapefruit. There you go. 10 to 15 drops under the tongue or in a veggie cap once daily to help support healthy progesterone levels. You can split this up into a dose in the morning and another in the evening. So many different things. And this is for daily fertility, but like I said, that's for progesterone, which is overall health. And so many things, so many resources to help you about this specific thing. I think probably the most pertinent thing is knowing that white grapefruit has the same benefits as pink grapefruit. So anytime you find grapefruit, like wherever you look in whatever book or whatever resource online, then you will be able to find the benefits of it. And this one is going to be just a personal preference. Do you prefer the tart or the sweeter one? It's just a lot of fun to have both options. There was one other thing I was going to share. Emotionally, it's the oil of honoring the body, which is interesting since it's so balancing to not just your appetite, but also the view of your own body. So if you have negative emotions towards your body, just feeling shame or anything, it can help you deal with like body acceptance and to have a healthy relationship with your body and healthy relationship with food. One other thing, let me see if I can even find this really quickly while we're talking about resources. I wanted to share, maybe this is what I was thinking. Oil Life was having a sale on books. I don't know if they still are, but probably clearing out their books from last year, kind of a New Year's deal on books. And I feel like they were on sale, then they were not, and then they were back on sale. So if you want to stay in the loop on that, sign up for their emails or texts or start following them on social media, whatever works for you. It looks like they're not, but there is, let me share this really quickly. If I can get my screen to pop up. See if I can share my screen again. One of the interesting things that I've noticed is they merged with Advanced Oil Magic, and Advanced Oil Magic books are now carried at Oil Life. So if you go to books and media, and you can choose your preference, like which way do you like to look at things? They have the emotions, they have the Essential Life book, they have the Essential Life virtual book. Where is it? I know they merge Symphony of Cells, if that's interesting to you. Sometimes when you don't have time for a full aroma touch, that's helpful. Okay, lovely. Okay, I will be honest. Their website's not the easiest to navigate, but you see it there. There you go in the picture. Advanced Oil Magic. So sometimes I just have to search for it if I can't find it under their headings, but they now carry the Advanced Oil Magic books along with, I believe, the Advanced Oil Magic pocket books. If you haven't seen those are fun. Let me go to search and see if I can. I'm just going to search Oil Magic. So yeah, they have this. Oh, they still are on sale. Here you go. $10 for the Series 5. If you want Series 4, it's $870. The different series are going to pertain to how many oils are in there. So the Series 4 would have been released 1 year. Then when the new oils released at convention, they would have released Series 5. Buying the most current one will get you the most current oils. So, okay, so this year's would be Series 6. So if you don't have a resource and $25 is not in your budget, and that's just for the virtual, then Series 5 might be a great option, $10. I will buy whatever is the best deal, and I pass these along when people are brand new. They don't have any idea any different between the newer book and the older one, and they really just need a good resource, and it's so great and it's so affordable for you to be able to pass along to others. So just a heads up, you don't have to buy a minimum quantity. Just you want to buy one, it's $10. So I love that. That's been super helpful to me. And just like signing up, like I said, sign up. I don't know how you do it now. Somewhere probably at the bottom. There you go. Enter your email and you'll stay on top of the deals. They email me whenever they're having deals going on. So anyway, hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully it makes sense, just because I did get questions about that white grapefruit and the veggie caps and why. Does anybody have anything to add or ask?
I do, Heather. That was terrific. Really enjoyed it. On the books, have you ever sent one to somebody in Europe, or know the best way to get one to someone in Europe, one of the Oil Life books?
How are they with virtual?
Virtual.
It's so much easier to pay for a virtual book or the app. It's not as good, but I would say, okay, if I had to send it to Europe, yes, I used to send stuff to my son in the UK. The most affordable way to do that for me was the padded flat rate, but with a book, you might be able to get a media rate.
Yeah, I don't know if they do that internationally, but
they know they do the flat rate. I would definitely look into it. Well, okay. I can tell you, well, I don't know if I can. I could look into it. I can get back to you later and see what I can find. But if you can do media rate, that's the cheapest way in the US and outside the US. The other thing is, if not media rate, you could slip it into just a flat rate cardboard envelope, because those are a bit cheaper than the padded. I think the padded used to be about $30 to ship. So it's quite, I mean, there's the expense of shipping that. But I would think the cardboard flat rate would be a bit cheaper. And yeah, it just depends on how they are with technology. If they really want a book in hands, I would do that. Or, there is a store that's overseas and I see them sometimes. I'm going to look it up, Trisha, because I know there is an oil tools store, I want to say in the UK. And it might be cheaper from there, because when shipping oils, I used to just call into doTERRA, talk to the UK team and order from them. So it shipped from the UK within the UK for my son. So if we can find the store, an oils tools store over there, that would probably be ideal.
And that would be the Oil Life book, do you think? I mean, it doesn't really matter because she's new, but
sure. Well,
yeah, I looked on
look
Amazon.
and see.
Yeah.
Oh, there's an Amazon UK site.
Yeah, but it's really expensive. The books are really expensive there. No, so I was like, that's what I was going to do. And she has Amazon Prime, but it was really expensive. And just heads up, they don't even offer a keychain in the UK selection.
From
So
doTERRA.
yeah, from doTERRA, when you sign up, they don't even offer that. So
I know.
I'm
Let me look back on this site though that I was looking at with Oil Life, because Oil Life does ship to, I think they ship to Canada, but I don't know about, let's see. It was an issue, definitely. I had some people, some team I was growing in the UK, and getting stuff there was definitely tricky.
I'm just wondering if it's any easier now, but it's I'm being educated. She's enrolling hopefully tomorrow, but I met her in Israel.
Oh, very cool. Okay, shop with our international partners. So let me get back to screen share. Let me do it this way. So if I screen share,
That's okay. I can get on the internet right now. Where are you?
on oillife.com. So up across the very, very top, they have contact us, events. I mean, it's above even the banner that says Oil Life, right below the web address. And it says Canadian store, but then it also has international. So I clicked on international.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then it has these countries that they've got partners, right? So they've got partners somewhere in those countries that you can ship with. So I don't know which one of those might be the best.
Yeah, interesting. They don't have UK.
Uh-uh, they do not. And then of course they say another great way to buy internationally is to buy our virtual books, of course.
I will talk to her, and thank you. I don't want to take your time anymore, but that is a good idea. It's the virtual book. I'm a physical book person,
Mhm.
so that's I hadn't even thought about a virtual book, and I'll talk to her and figure out what's best for her. But
Sure. Another
yeah,
thought in the meantime, I will say this is on doTERRA's website. They've really stepped up their game with ebooks. So if you go to their website, and that would be a little bit easier to print out as opposed to some massive book, right? So if you go to doTERRA's site and you look up ebooks, it'll bring up all of the ebooks they offer. And every time I go in there, I swear they have more books. I'm going to do this while we're talking about it. I just want to share in case anybody else has that question. But if we go to doTERRA's website and I just search keywords, ebook, and there are no products, obviously, but if I go to blog, let's see what it says there. They have, oh yeah. So I'm just going to click. Actually, I don't want to click just that. I'm going to show all search results. There's somewhere you can go directly to ebooks. It might be at the bottom. Oh, duh. Under product education at the very bottom of any of doTERRA's pages, it says ebooks. So if I click there, didn't even know they had Audible books. Look at that. Okay.
whoa. Okay, now how am I finding that? I'm actually on my own site, so maybe that's not a
Okay,
good.
that's fine. No, scroll all the way to the bottom of your own site. And if you're on doTERRA's site,
Uh-huh.
and look at
Product education.
there you
Wow.
go. Scroll down to ebooks. They have so many ebooks right now. Um, you've got cooking, you've got favorites. So I think there's an intro one. Let me see.
That's what we really need when for people are starting.
There is, oh my goodness, look at that. 100 different diffuser blend ideas. That one's brand new. Essential oils for beginners. That's what it's called. So that's the one that I typically send to people first. Then when they're ready for more, then they're ready for 100 uses for essential oils, right? And if you introduce them to going here and then perhaps printing this out, let's see how many pages this is. 42 pages. That's still a lot. But it would at least be somewhere to start that is a place. I mean, the first few pages talk about doTERRA and why doTERRA matters. Obviously, because if you tell people about essential oils and they buy them at the dollar store, they're probably not going to have the same results. But then it goes into, oh, look, there's grapefruit. How you can start using essential oils. And these are a lot of the top 10 plus grapefruit. So this is great.
Yeah, I'm looking at where it actually starts with the oils. A lot of it's history.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say if I were printing it out, maybe I would read online about the history, all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
But I'm looking at where I'm trying to find where they actually, chapter 2.
25. Yeah, chapter 3, how to use essential oils. Starts there with basic application methods, using,
Yeah,
yeah, I think, yeah,
that's really good. This is handy.
there.
Um,
So
yeah, for
you could
someone.
definitely, yeah, look through this and say, I mean, obviously chapter 4 then at page 37 goes through, are they safe? If you don't want her to have to print that, then that's fine too. And you could just say, just read through that. If you want it printed, great. But I love that section on how to use them. That's the front section of the A to Z guide, right? How do we use
Yeah,
them?
right.
And all. So there's also, I will say I have a PDF. I want to say it's 101 ways to use lemon, lavender, and peppermint.
I think I still have some hard copies of that book.
Okay. And that
But
might
you
be
have
a
a
great
PDF
option.
of it?
Yeah.
You have, oh my gosh, can you send that to me?
Yes, I will send that to you. So yeah, definitely. I mean, look at us. We've been using oils for, I'm what, 10, 11 years in. You're even longer than I am. And
13.
we still find from asking questions that we can share info and share things with each other. So hopefully that's what everybody gets out of this is never stop asking. There's so much to be gained by talking to others and sharing and asking those questions because you have access to so much within the doTERRA community. So
And I will add to that for anyone that's
yeah.
listening, since I've been doing this for 13 years, Heather always has good ideas. And even if I know the information, it brings it forward in my brain. I used to work at a different company that my boss had worked at that boss for a little while, had worked at Coke for many, many years. And Coke's advertising budget is, $100 million or something. And everybody knows what Coca-Cola is, but they do that to keep it in the front of your brain to get, Coke's the real thing, Coke is. And what Heather, your calls are just wonderful and helping us keep it. And they're not $100 million. Help us keep it in the front of our brain. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you for adding that. I think that's very true. I mean, people ask me a question and all of a sudden it does the same thing for me, right? We're all human and a memory I have stored that I just am able to access and think, oh my goodness, I'm just been reminded of that. That's amazing. Yeah. And it helps me in my own life too, because then I'll go back to using something that I've forgotten about or I just have gotten out of the habit of using or whatever it might be. It's good to have that. There's so much information about anything. And it's fun to have questions asked. People always feel bad. I'm like, please don't feel bad. It really helps me as
Yeah,
well.
I agree. I totally agree with that.
So
And
keep asking
yeah,
questions, keep, coming on these calls or on the replays. I can go and see when people have viewed these. I know even our old calls that we used to do on freeconferencecall.com, I get emails regularly showing that people are going and accessing those. So definitely the information is being utilized and there's value there. And that's why we're doing these and saving them so that when somebody asks me a question or Trisha about let's say white grapefruit in the future, we can just then pull up this link and send it to them instead of repeating ourselves over and over and over again. We've got access to all of this and we can do it so quickly and get it to you so quickly. So this is
yeah,
for
that's
all of
great.
us. Yeah. All right, everyone.
You just cut out, Heather.
Oh,
So
I'm sorry.
you
Everyone,
there?
can you hear me? I hope you all have a
Heather, you cut out.
Okay. It looks like my computer's catching it. So I will just wrap this up. I hope you all have a great week and we'll see you on here again next week. Bye, everyone.